going to die by Pyramid Head Man. Howdy, but you howdy, folks. I'm your host, Welcome back to episode 11 of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In the last episode, I forgot what we did, even though I recorded this, Actually, I think I recorded this part, the part before this. I recorded it a while ago, about 2 hours ago, and I've forgotten what we've done since then, so I'm sorry. Ooh. So when you come through here, you can't do anything up there, so don't. The reason I went through there as a morph ball is because those are sensors, and they censor things. Actually, I think you can see the... Oh, they're not active. Go fish, right? The one time I will show you them, they're not active, and that's fine by me. I don't particularly care because, hey, if they're not active, cool. I don't have to worry about it. But if you trip the laser wire, it'll start the alarm again. I think it actually trips out, starts up after a few seconds of an alarm already ending. So I might have just been in a grace period. Alright, so you might recognize the shape of that, but as you can see, it's orange, and you can't really see any of the readouts. That's because you gotta do this in order to do with it. It's pretty phantasmical. So this elevator will take us down so that we can fix that generator, the thing. It's essentially an elevator, and we need to fix it by welding this circuitry together. But as you notice, there are two paths here, and the other path leads to... This activates the elevator, but this drops the energy shields and lets us actually use it. Plus, we need this for later. It's the third of 9 energy cells that we need. And obviously, that releases the Metroids. You can see that there's a missile expansion over there, but I'm going to ignore it again, as I've mentioned previously, and I will mention it again, because for the sake of annoying people. God dang it. Basically, the whole purpose of me ignoring a lot of these is because there's a treasure hunt section that I have to do a little bit later into the project. And the only planet that's excluded from this whole, phantasmical fun time extravaganza of getting all the treasure icon stuff is Elysia. Elysia is the only one where I'm actually trying to get every item whilst actually traversing through it, whereas everywhere else is exempt. And I am ignoring as many of the items that aren't just stark right in your face as soon as you get somewhere. Because there are definitely items that are you can ignore these if you want, but why would you? It's alright. Here is where they're actually storing and producing a lot of the equipment in order to let the space pirates themselves traverse the area through the acid rain. And we need to get ourselves a thing. But obviously you can see there the only way out there is through the spider ball track, and we don't have access to the spider ball itself. So that means we gotta go get it. And hey, check it out, it's the GFS trooper guy. Did that just to get rid of his armor. And
Samus, thank the stars it's you. I thought I was a dead man. I think I can help you get to the seed.
Don't you want to get out of here?
As I'm sure you know, the path to the seed entrance is exposed to the acid rain.
That little chuckle in your laughter didn't sound very genuine.
However, I've seen the pirates using a special suit shield that protects them from the elements. If you can acquire one of these shield units, you could probably make it to the seed. Lucky for you, I've seen where they make these devices. Here are the coordinates.
Literally in the next room. I don't see the point in why he's telling me this, because I saw it on the way in.
I even know a back entrance to that location, but we'll need your help activating the lift that takes us there.
Don't you want to get out of here, though, man?
We've got to engage the security levers simultaneously.
I don't know about this. It seems kind of fishy.
I'll call out the instructions. We must synchronize our movements or the security clamps won't release. Are you ready? Pull. Twist. Push.
There we go. Activates the Elevator. It's a fancy looking Elevator. But yeah, you want as much energy as you can before going in here. That'll help. It's not as good as I'd like it, but it'll do. Because I'm glad I'm doing it at the beginning of this episode, because this next boss fight is gonna take a while. I'm hoping it won't, but it might.
You know, you should never trust strangers, Sammy. This is gonna be fun.
So, Gandrada. This fight is fairly straightforward. She is just a little bit on the difficult side to hit because of the fact that she is very acrobatic and moves around a lot. But if your aim is fairly solid, which I'm going to start focusing on this fight, because if I don't focus and I start, trying to talk the whole time, I'm not going to get anywhere anytime soon. But as you can see, the main gimmick behind Gandrada's fight is the fact that she can change into multiple different forms, and she will, and she'll use them. So if you're familiar with fighting a lot of these enemies, you'll basically be fine. You don't have much to worry about. Let's see if I can. Okay, I can't. But yeah, she'll turn into an arrow trooper, which shouldn't be too hard to get rid of its armor, because it does have armor just like the rest of them do. And like regular arrow troopers, they are a bit of a pain to lock onto, because they can actually dodge your locking. But then she'll get on you, which you need to shake like a... You need to shake a lot to get her off. But one thing to note, if you're getting low on energy, shoot her boomerangs, because they'll actually drop supplies. And she'll turn into a bunch of these, which you can screw attack through to clear out a lot of them. It's apparently more effective to shoot them manually, but, screw attacking is useful. Now, don't go out there, or otherwise it will do a tremendous amount of damage. I gotta, get my bearings after I'm done shaking. Oh, look, it's Rundus. If I can lead enough out ahead, I might be able to keep hitting him. But if you remember how you fought Rundus, it's exactly the same idea. And she can do the same thing that Rundus could do. She can freeze you. And gore. So for this one, you can actually use the Hyper Ball to knock him senseless. And he might, okay, cool. So again, if you fought all of these, you should know how to deal with it. And now here comes the kicker part of the battle. She turns into you. And she starts off the fight annoyingly in the morph ball, which you can't really do anything about. And also that move can do a tremendous amount of damage, so try not to get hit by it if you can at all help it. And obviously, since Samus can't do all those fancy schmancy aerocrabatics, she totally could, but Okay, I think I think she might have actually gone hyper mode. Yeah, it looks like she has. So when she goes into her own hyper mode, go into yours, and it's the only way to really do any decent amount of damage. And then when she does that, she also goes into the Echo, not the Echo realm, the X-ray realm, where you need an X-ray visor to see her. And that's basically it. Just rinse and repeat, and try not to take too much damage. Again, if you need health, shoot her boomer bangs. Get off me! Get off me! That's fun to do. Uh-oh. Needs food badly. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man! Fuck! You're mean. You're a poo-poo head. Oh, God. This is not going well. For most of the fight, things have been pretty straightforward and pretty good, but... Okay, now... No! No! Fucking Jesus. Why do they include the shaking thing? It makes me feel like an idiot. Not that I am an idiot. No, why would you think such a thing? I've got other things to do, Gandrada. Please die already. I've got things to do, places to thing, and items to look at. Screw it, I'm going into hyper mode for the last of this battle. There you go. She's dead. And if you stay in hyper mode during this cutscene, it does a little... it does a thing. But yeah, Gandrada's battle takes significantly longer than any of the other boss farts. God damn it, Dark Samus, you piece of Dark Samus in this game is like a super coward. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, the main difference there between the cutscene, if you were outside of hyper mode as opposed to in hyper mode when that cutscene plays, if you are not in hyper mode, when Gandrada takes Samus's form when she's in the middle of dying, she will look as the regular Samus, like the one that she fought you as. But as you saw there, if you're in hyper mode when she dies, it makes her appear as you in your PED suit. So it's just a little thing, which I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's an Easter egg of some kind, but it's there. Do with it what you will. Okay, so now this is actually one of the interesting ways of getting around the pirate homeworld, is you actually use a train system. And the trains look cool. I'll obviously be skipping every one after this one, but I will show you this because this is the first time we're using it. All of the ship controls are the same, where you tilt your Wiimote up and then tilt it back down. And it shows that you're linking to which station, and then you're going away. You're going on a way to what all trip to Narnia. The trains are cool. Alright, scan that. And this literally takes us right back to where our ship is. Awesome. Now, we're making a little detour stop back to Elysia. Might as well save. We're going back to Elysia because now is the time to get the spider ball, which will be fun stuff. Okay. We go to Elysia. We want to go to landing section A. But naturally, before we go that way, like where we're supposed to go, we're supposed to go to the power works, but we're gonna take a slight detour when we get to the junction area to go through the Hera bridge area. Remember to take this the morph ball track if you have not yet, because there is a ship missile expansion up there. But if you've been following this project so far, you should already know that, and you should have already gotten it.
Sense. Unit 217 has discovered evidence of hidden Chozo artifacts on Startown. Perhaps these could assist you in accessing the rest of the pirate base.
Okay, I'm just going to double check which one is Hera, because I keep forgetting. This is Haverplat, which we don't want to go to. Skybridge Hera, okay. Yeah, we're going this way first. This is the way we want to go. But we're going to go this way first. Because there's something in particular that I want to get over here. It probably might have been faster if I had gone and screw attacked over to the other side. But I don't really care. Okay, so now we're here. Give energy to this, because this will turn on a little morph ball elevator. Now I'm going to tell you about this, but I'm not actually going to deal with it myself. If you take a look over there, see that shining orb? That shining orb is known as a phasoid. Phasoids, there's another one there. Phasoids are pure phazon, and you need to be in hyper mode in order to deal with them. But the thing about phasoids that makes them so annoying is that they like shoot a lot of like weird seismic ring attacks, force field area attacks, and they're really annoying. But they're, if you remember from Metroid Prime 1, they're like fission Metroids, where they'll split into two, and then split into two again when you destroy more of them. But the reason that one over there in particular is a bit more important than like the one on the other side is because when you split them into two, sometimes in very rare circumstances, one of them will split into a red-colored phasoid. And in the trilogy version, you seem to be able to get multiple for this, but when you kill a red phasoid, you get a golden credit for it. So it's worth doing, but at the same time, it's not really. But anyway, so when we come down here, you'll see the red tin bots again, and you'll see the Steam Lord. But the funniest thing is, you can just turn on your X-ray visor and just deal with the Steam Lord before any of the other junk bots and the tin bots, and basically call it a day. And that's it. It's pretty funny. And also, the Oh man, the X-ray visor is going to come in major helpful with some other fights that we're going to do later. But here is the 4th energy cell. Remember, there are 9 of these. And with that, I guess we can conclude this episode. I'm still a little irked that the Gandreda fight took a little bit longer than I'd like, but it is just naturally a long fight, and it was going to end up that way whether I liked it or not, so. But without further ado, I'm going to make my way back to the junction by literally just going back the way we came, just so I can cut out a little bit of extra time it's going to take me to get back there. So I will see you guys back in the next episode, and I will meet you in front of the door to Hera in the junction area. So I'll see you there.